of the two fighters, which are frequently compared to the dimensions of the two great welterweights of 20 years ago, Sugar Ray Leonard and Thomas Hearns. Forrest, in the role of Hearns, is the taller fighter, a 6-foot welterweight. Mosley, who is measured at 5'9" but sometimes looks shorter, has exceptionally long arms and therefore a deceptive reach advantage. They both weighed in at 147. Forrest took an extra 20 minutes to do so. Weighing in on the same scale tonight and dressed slightly more, Forrest weighs only 150, indicating that he may not have put on a lot of weight between a weigh-in that was 35 hours before the fight and tonight's entrance into the ring. Mosley, more the norm, seems to have added 10 or 11 pounds since yesterday's weigh-in. Punch that numbers, Larry.
The numbers confirm what we saw, but they also tell another story, which is that Mosley, after landing in the double digits in the first round, landed in the single digits in 10 of the last 11 rounds, confirming that what happened in the second round effectively ended the fight. Forrest credited his jab with slowing down Mosley's speed. He used it more as a rangefinder and for defense rather than offense.
Rules of the bout. Power punches.
Power punching also confirms what happened in the first fight, because Mosley was hit more clean punches than a boxer of his class normally gets hit in a fight. The second round changed the whole fight.
And now the rules of the fight with our unofficial ringside scorer, Harold Letterman.
The Vernon Forrest-Shane Mosley fight is scheduled for 12 rounds using the unified rules of the Association of Boxing Commissions. There is no 3 knockdown rule. Only the referee can stop the fight in case the cut is caused by an accidental headbutt. We go to the scorecards after 4 rounds have been completed, and you cannot be saved by the bell in any round, including the 12th and final round. Larry.
A couple of additional notes on the officiating. Senator John McCain wrote a scathing letter of rebuke to Jose Suleiman, the head of the WBC sanctioning mob, for strong-arming Indiana officials into accepting his judges, including the veteran Tony Castellano, who reportedly hasn't officiated at a fight in the U.S. in 5 years. And referee Lawrence Cole, an insurance man in his private life, was forced to give up the insurance he had written on this event. Glimpses of the cronyism that can influence outcomes and damage credibility.
Did you say WBC sanctioning mob?
Of course I did.
I love it. Shane Mosley burning with passion for this rematch. And a huge fan favorite in this arena as he enters now. Mosley and his dad have been at pains for the last 6 months to say that what happened in the first fight was all about the headbutt and all about Mosley's inability to recover from it. Some people in the sport believe they are in denial.
They may be. According to Mosley, his doctor told him that he had a concussion. He said he felt sore at that spot for a month after the fight. What hasn't been discussed as much are the distractions that brought him into the fight, both in his professional and his private lives. And when people saw him at the weigh-in yesterday with about a 10-pack, he was in such perfect condition. That just underlined that fact.
And if Vernon Forrest needed emotional incentive for the fight, Shane Mosley may have given it to him by contending in the past 2 weeks that Forrest butted him intentionally to change the first fight and did so after learning how to butt in Evander Holyfield's gym in Atlanta. George, what do you make of all that?
They were both hurt, but you know, you don't want to just forget it that it didn't happen, but you laid a foundation for him to be defending himself from doing it again. Forrest.
It's far-fetched that it was deliberate or practice, but he did dive in attempting to throw a body punch after losing the first round, and there is no doubt whatsoever that what followed, the great right hand followed by a barrage of hard, clean punches, ended effectively the fight that went on simply because Mosley refused to end it earlier.
And by now, it has ended the friendship, because while they were tremendously respectful to each other in the ring after the first fight, as the result of the discussion of the past few weeks, now you have what amounts to bad blood.
That doesn't make for a good fight, because now Mosley has been going around saying all of these things. He's going to have to back him up. If there's not a headbutt, he's going to have to improve on his last performance. That's what he needs. That's exactly what he needs.
All right, Vernon Forrest and Shane Mosley, two best welterweights in the world. By most estimates, two of the top 10 fighters in the world. Let's see who wins the rematch. Michael Buffer with the official introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the Conseco Fieldhouse here in Indianapolis, Indiana, this is the moment fight fans around the world have been waiting for. The rematch. 12 rounds of boxing for the universally recognized welterweight championship of the world. Brought to you by Indiana Black Expo, Pacers Sports and Entertainment, and Bella Entertainment in association with your undisputed king of beers, Budweiser. Sanctioned by the WBC and the Indiana Boxing Commission Chairman Bill Kelsey. The three judges scoring this bout on the 10-point must system are Tony Castellano, Gary Merritt, and Jerry Roth. And when the bell rings, your referee in charge of the action, Lawrence Cole. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the two best welterweights in the world are about to do it one more time. So for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world on HBO, let's get ready to rumble! Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing gold trimmed with black and officially weighing 147 pounds. His professional record, an outstanding one. 38 victories in 39 bouts, including 35 victories by knockout with only one defeat. And he has captured 2 world titles. From Pomona, California, here is the 2-time world champion, the former lightweight world champion, the former welterweight world champion. He is Sugar Shane Mosley. And across the ring, his opponent fighting out of the red corner, wearing silver trimmed with black and officially weighing in also at 147 pounds. His professional record, a perfect one, consisting of 34 bouts, 34 victories, including 26 knockouts, and he, too, has captured 2 world titles. Originally from Augusta, Georgia, now living and fighting out of Atlanta, presenting the 2-time world champion, the universally recognized, reigning, defending, undefeated welterweight champion of the world, Vernon Forrest.
Supervisor, all right. Vernon, Shane, come on, Vernon. All right, gentlemen. Talked to you earlier in the dressing room. I want you to obey my commands, protect yourselves at all times. Understood? Great. Touch them up. Best of luck to both of you all.
Can Forrest turn Sugar into sweet and low again? Can Mosley do a number on the man who seems to have his number? Put that clicker away.
The 2 Vernon Forrest weapons, which totally befuddled Mosley in the first fight, his long jab, his powerful straight right hand. Forrest, like a lot of 1-2 fighters, thrives when he throws his jab a lot. He averaged 30 jabs thrown per round. Mosley comes out and tries to deck Forrest with the first punch of the fight.
And he hurt him.
And Forrest is laughing at him because he was hurt.
He was hurt. The laugh is your clue.
What makes Forrest so effective is his willingness and his skill in being able to hold on, to clinch.
What Mosley has got to do is go out there and get ahead for 2 rounds and then make Vernon Forrest do what he doesn't do well, come forward. He's not a good fighter coming forward. You want to make him coming after you. The way to do it is to get ahead on the round.
So you're sort of saying, George, whoever can counter rather than lead is going to have the advantage. Big right hand by Forrest.
Come here. Both of y'all got quick wrestling, all right, boss?
Referee Lawrence Cole already with the warning, 1 minute into the fight.
That was not a wrestle, though. The guy fell on his back. He just lifted him up. Could have done better, Shane Mosley.
Forrest coolly dropped in a right hand in that last flurry.
Forrest leading with a left hook. You don't see that very often. Mosley momentarily tangles up with an advertising sideboard under the ropes.
Mosley is going around on the left side of Vernon Forrest to stay away from his right hand and make him overuse that left hook. He's got his left foot, and he better keep it. Whenever he's going to throw shots, keep his left foot in the middle of Vernon Forrest, and when he's not throwing shots, keep his left foot on the outside. He's doing a good job of that thus far.
Big left hook by Forrest.
They trade punches at range. Forrest tries another big right hand.
And is always on the outside of it right now. That's what Shane Mosley's got to do. Stay over there and make him overuse that left hand.
Well, since Mosley came out of the corner and landed that big right hand to start the fight, Forrest has managed to reestablish some of what he was doing in New York. George, let me come back to my question. Are you saying that as the fight progresses, whoever can counter rather than lead is going to have the advantage?
The counter punch is going to have it. These are master boxers. Vernon Forrest is making a mistake because he dropped Shane Mosley the first fight to go at him with all of his power early. That's not the way it happened in the first round. It just developed by itself. He didn't make it happen.
No, if Vernon becomes knockout conscious and seems to be gunning for the knockout, he may play into Shane's hands.
Sugar Shane Mosley has worked out with heavyweights all of his life in the gym. Middleweights, light heavyweights. He's accustomed to being attacked and defending himself against the bigger guy.
No punching, set out.
Round one had drama.
Good round. Hey, now listen to me. He's trying to move side to side, going mostly right? Keep sticking the jab up. Do not let this man just keep winning. You got to jab him. Use the feints. Use the jab. When you throw the right hand, bring the hook back. He's running right into the hook.
And continue to keep the left hand up. Feint him. He's feinting you. He's trying to bait you in. Continue, but relax, okay? You got the intensity there. Just relax. Keep turning, man. You're strong. Can't deal with your power. Can't deal with your speed. And especially
Shane Mosley came out to send a message. Started very, very fast with a left-right combination.
Whenever he does that in a fight, they always go his way.
And there's a right hand square on the forehead. Jim, one of the things I've learned is that Mosley studied tapes of the first Leonard Hearns fight. He feels that the key to beating a taller man is what Leonard did, which is to box, move, and then fight, bang, and get out of there.
Big right hand by Mosley. Forrest able to clinch.
Mosley's got to be in excellent condition to fight the kind of fight he's doing now. Keeping his movement to that weak side, left side of Vernon Forrest takes a lot of energy because you got to push off on that left foot constantly.
Forrest landed 2 body shots. Mosley this time swings behind Forrest's head with that right hand.
This is the way you want the fight to go if you're Shane Mosley. Guy waiting to land one big shot on you, and you getting in all you want as long as you want. As you saw, The first time Mosley tried to be aggressive, he get caught with a jab. He's got to make Vernon Forrest come forward and be the aggressor.
That's going to take a patience that Mosley may not want to show.
Yeah, but he can do it now. He's gotten enough ahead as far as punches are concerned to now to wait a little bit. Use your brain. Make sure that left foot is on the outside. Doesn't matter how far you're away. If that left foot is on the left side of the other opponent's left foot, you're out of harm's way. He can only hit you with a slapping hook.
Break! Come back.
It's been a sizzling start. Both fighters have expended a lot of energy in the first 4.5 minutes of the fight.
Now Mosley get in range for the right hand. Now he shouldn't be in front of him unless you punch him.
This is not round 1 or round 2 of the first fight.
Those right hands, one was a lead in the southpaw position, staggered Vernon Forrest. He got staggered that time, only because he's walking into it.
1-2 lands for Mosley.
Mosley got a little bit of that too.
He's gotten in a couple of big shots in this round. Forrest misses with the left hook.
It turns out that Mosley, Forrest, even though he's the taller man, is much more comfortable coming forward. So that when Mosley's able to back him up, he can do some damage.
Mosley clearly wants to stay away from Forrest's right hand, but you heard Ronnie Shields say to Forrest, he's running into your left hook. Forrest has landed the left hook twice.
The only way Vernon Forrest can be effective is he's got to make that Sugar Shane come to him. He's not going to do it reaching out. He is not a good fighter reaching out.
2 rounds in the books. Coming up this month, Hard Knocks with the Dallas Cowboys.
Last year, Hard Knocks gave you an
CompuBox numbers through the first 2 rounds. Vernon Forrest 19 out of 70, 27%. Shane Mosley 23 out of 45, 51%. Mosley out jabbing Forrest so far, landing 13 jabs to only 4 for Vernon Forrest.
Break!
Once again, Shane Mosley, whenever he's in front of this guy, he's got to be jabbing or punching. Otherwise, he's got to be on Vernon Forrest's left side.
What you saw there was Mosley breaking the clinch of Forrest, which he couldn't do in the first fight after that second round.
Mosley gets in a left hook to the body, eats a right hand as he lands a left upstairs.
Ooh, you see what happened? Shane Mosley is making Vernon Forrest lead with his left hooks, and then he comes right back in front of him because he's off balance for that good right hand that he has. That's the only time he gets back in front of him. It's what you want to make a right-hand fighter do, become a left hooker.
Mosley's best punch is his left hook when he's unbalanced. He missed wildly with the one you saw. Forrest seems determined more and more to go to the body.
Because Sugar Shane is taking he's coasting a little bit now. And that's what he cannot afford to do is coast. When you throw that kind of punches, you got to coast at one point, but you better not do it too soon.
Pick him up.
First warning for low blows, and there haven't been many.
And the seat of the left hook is soft by Vernon Forrest. It's soft. He's thrown too many of them already. He's got to make Shane go to his right. Step over and make him go.
Vernon is not by nature a left hooker. He's not accustomed to relying on that punch as much as he's being forced to do here.
And once you get into a fight and throw too many of them, you get tired. That's the left hook
by Mosley. And Mosley lands a low blow. And let's see if Lawrence Cole will talk to him about it. No, he does not.
Mosley wants to make a brawl of it on his terms.
He better not go to his right, I'll tell you that. Better stay to the left side.
Stop! Sit back.
Vernon Forrest can get off one right hand. He's going to change things.
You hurt him. Stop him off his body. Go to his body when you get excited. But you're not throwing the long hook. You ain't swinging, you're tightening up the hook. Give me the long hook when you go to the body. And he's getting tired.
Like you're controlling it.
Take a deep breath and relax.
When you get down there, go ahead and start digging them body shots, 2 at a time, okay? But look, keep going in behind your jab, please. Okay. Stop loading up on the right hand. He's looking for the right hand. Okay. Feint the right hand. Bring the hook right hand when you feint behind the right hand. Okay. Keep showing that right hand. Keep showing that. Every time you show it to him, just stick the jab, stick the jab. Okay. Showing the right hand. Then you can feint, hook right hand, okay? Give me a deep breath, let out slow.
Okay, stay behind.
Boom.
Left hook by Mosley just missed. A little bit low.
Out of the ring. You got to be out of the ring when the bell rings.
What Mosley is doing, among other things, differently than he did in the first fight, is that he's not standing in front of Forrest for too long. When he throws his stuff, he moves from the side or he goes into a clinch.
They've fought 3 spirited rounds out of a scheduled 12. Harold, how do you have it so far?
Okay, Jim. 2 rounds to 1, 29-28, Vernon Forrest. Jim, in the first round, I thought Shane Mosley did more damage. Good left hook to start off the fight. But in rounds 2 and 3, we often talk about ring generalship. When Shane Mosley circles, Vernon Forrest doesn't follow him. He steps to the side beautifully. That's ring generalship and gets off the jab. 2-1, Forrest.
I have Mosley ahead 2 rounds to 1.
And same here.
Shane Mosley loading up. Only threw 19 punches by CompuBox count in round 3. Only 8 of them were jabs. Mosley looks a little knockout conscious to me.
And for good reasons. He doesn't want to go a lot of rounds with this big, tall right-hand puncher. He better try to get it over with. It's not in his best interest to make this fight linger on with this guy and his good left hand, right hand.
And you heard Ronnie Shields say, forget about the right hand. Shane's looking for that, Vernon. Hit him with your left hook. But as George has pointed out, he's already thrown more left hooks than he's accustomed to.
I think that Mosley's done a good job of staying on the left side, making Vernon Forrest look for that right hand. And whenever he throws the hook, he jumps back in front of him to make him throw it.
When Shane Mosley is at his best, 4 and 5 punch combinations flow like water. He doesn't seem to be able to do that consistently.
I think he does not want to do it.
Stop! Time! Right there. Like your corner.
You can't do that against a fighter like Forrest with those long spidery arms.
No, it's because
and
of
his
his
clinches.
headbutt. Once you get a headbutt, from that point on, you're not going to stay in there and take a chance of getting another.
Let's go.
And it hasn't been that long ago.
Time in. Box.
Even though it happened 6 months ago.
Yeah, for his life, that's just his last fight he was in. He got a headbutt. That was the right hand that he doesn't want to stay in front of.
Left hook to the body by Mosley.
Got to make him keep throwing the left if you sugar Shane.
Let's go. There we go.
Vernon Forrest is going to have to step over with his right and left foot and cut that ring out, not to make him stop, but to throw that right in. You stick your left foot out.
Right hand upstairs by Mosley.
It hurt. That hurt. You start seeing stars and seeing things that are not there when you get slapped in the face with those shots. You're on your feet, but you're falling around, sitting duck. That is again.
Break, no punching, no break. Oh, no, it's okay. Stop. Time.
How we feeling? All right, now look. This round here, we're gonna use the jab, start shooting the right uppercut now. You got him ducking, he's ducking into the right uppercut now, okay? Now look, when he ducking to the right uppercut, I either come back with the right hand or come back with the hook. But Vernon, pick up the pace with this guy now. Okay. I want to make it a dog fight for a couple rounds now, okay? Let's get right on top of this guy. Make him fight.
Keep your jab
from you. He's trying to act like he's coming forward, but he's really getting hurt. Okay? Now let him come forward a little bit. Just surprise him with a straight right to the body or left hook to the body. Because you're throwing the right hands and you're missing because his head is, you know, he's off the line. Them body shots will slow that up. You know? Just take your time. Work some jabs on your toes. Work some jabs. And then sneak the body shot in. You got to sneak it in there. But continue to keep your left hand up.
Let's go. Let's go, Jack. Back in your corner. Slide all the way back there. We're going in. Let's go, Jack.
CompuBox numbers in round 4. Shane Mosley only threw 26 punches, but he landed half of them. Forrest threw many more, but landed only 5 by CompuBox count.
He's got to have to stick his left foot out there and stop Shane Mosley from moving to his left. Sometimes you just have to pick up yourself and walk around that side. That was that uppercut this trainer told him to do. Forrest threw an uppercut.
Ronnie Shields asking for the uppercuts. Shane Mosley's dad asked Shane to go to the body even more than he has to this point.
You're going to take a title, you're going to have to fight it out of a guy. He's not going to give it to you. At some point, Shane Mosley is going to have to dig in and fight. And that's what he doesn't want to do.
George, both fighters are throwing fewer punches tonight than was the case in New York. Is that
mainly because Vernon Forrest is already weakened by the amount of hard shots he's been hit with. And Shane Mosley's footwork has got him tired. Moving to the left a lot, and that's not the way you box. For years, you move in the circle, moving left.
You heard Ronnie Shields saying to Vernon Forrest that he wanted Vernon to turn it into a dogfight for a couple of rounds. Forrest doesn't seem to have the energy to do that.
Oh, he's been hit a few times. But Mosley's doing a good job of making Vernon Forrest come to him. It'll be good for him if he comes to him.
But another thing that Mosley seems to be doing is what Forrest has done to him, which is not give him a chance to start by clinching him after he throws a punch.
Amen.
Well, Mosley specified he'd fight fire with fire with regard to what he saw as a series of fouls in the first fight.
And that's what happened in these rematches. You win one, you think, I can just pick up where I left off. And you got to understand, this is an altogether new boxing match with tapes and everything on you.
There's what I meant. Just as far as wanted to start something, Mosley came in on him.
There you go. Over and over, it's happening. Yeah, Mosley's falling for the trap. You don't want to go forward. That's when the uppercuts can happen to you.
Step back.
Not a very artistic round for the two best welterweights in the world.
They are good.
The fight is deteriorating right now.
That's enough.
They are good, both.
But they're grabbing and holding each other.
You're winning this fight easy, baby. You understand me? This is an easy fight for you. This guy don't want to fight you. This guy's scared of you. You understand me? Now look, all you got to do is shoot the jab. Show him the jab. He's so scared of your right hand, he don't know what the hell to do. He's trying to steal the last 30 seconds. You understand? You listen?
Okay, to the body. If you move his head out the way, you fake down here, throw another one right there. Hurt his body with straight punches. You don't have to throw them wide looping punches. Okay? But I want you to keep your left hand up. On your toes this round. He's getting weak. He's trying to bait you in. Don't go for it. Get on
front leg there, use the back leg as the trap, okay? When you come in, throw that right hand around, you work what you with. Step back, right hand and hook, okay?
A lot of face, a lot of face.
Here, that's the power. He's trying to get that in. He's trying to get that shit in. Oh, wait.
Let's go, Jack.
He's trying to get that right back,
Vernon. Let's go, Jack. Next time you feel me, you're out of the ring, I'm gonna start taking points away.
Round 6 of a scheduled 12. Shane Mosley and Vernon Forrest together only threw about 50 punches in that last round. Just not the kind of activity you might have imagined from two terrific fighters.
That right hand hurt Vernon Forrest.
It hurt him on the ear. He claims that he had a busted eardrum in the first fight. I don't know if that was the same ear.
Break. Step back.
Mosley, if he had any idea, he would do that again.
Getting restless as the number of clinches outnumber the number of effective punches.
There's the right hand for Vernon Forrest. He's not throwing it.
Stop. No punching. No punching.
Forrest is just waiting for that right hand. There, you got a piece of it.
Step back. Don't grab the on the back of the head.
That referee is doing a good job. Good job.
Lawrence Cole of Texas, imported for the occasion.
Good job.
Break. Step back.
Once again, Mosley is coasting, trying to get his breath. Resting up a little bit.
Break. Step back.
That's a dangerous thing to do in a title match.
Uninteresting enough that Evander Holyfield momentarily left his seat and went to a concession stand.
The crowd is cheering or roaring because of a fight that broke out in the stands.
Yes, a more active fight is taking place about 5 sections away. Which may confuse Mosley and Forrest a bit. We're halfway through. Upheaval in the arena, upheaval in Detroit. July 30, HBO Sports of the 20th Century documentary series.
Like that. And just drop that out slow. Here, mouthpiece here.
This has not been the sweet sugar you'd want to put in your coffee. This has been a brawling Sugar who wants to make a fight out of it on his terms.
Finally gone to the body like his corner told him.
CompuBox numbers halfway through the fight. Vernon Forrest 49 landed out of 217 thrown. Shane Mosley 54 landed out of only 127 punches thrown. Mosley throwing 21 punches per round. It's an amazingly low work rate for him.
Stop, no punching.
Harold, how do you have it so far?
Okay, Jim, I'm very surprised that referee Lawrence Cole just keeps pulling these guys apart. He's got to penalize somebody for holding one of these minutes. 4 rounds to 2, 58-56, Vernon Forrest. Jimmy rounds 5 and 6. Vernon Forrest at least landed the left jab and Mosley came in. So you got to give him those rounds based on clean punching. Mosley moves in and grabs. 4-2, Forrest.
I have it. Let's see what I have it at. I have it 3-1 and 2 rounds even. Those last 2 rounds I called even. I don't think either fighter deserves to win those rounds.
Moses getting a little winded is because of all of the footwork. Now he's going to have to settle in foot and try to be a puncher.
Well, between rounds, I am told that Jack Mosley told his son in the corner, Shane, you've got to win every remaining round. That's pretty astonishing because this is a seemingly much closer fight than the first fight in New York, and he never said anything of the sort to him in New York when Shane was going down in flames.
Well, I think he's trying to light the fire or keep the fire going under Mosley. He's fighting for Forrest's title. Who knows what happens in a close fight?
The right hand that he's been waiting on all night, he was able to land, Forrest did. And Vernon Forrest is getting back to his tactic of holding now, which he thought he should have been doing earlier.
Neither fighter wants to let the other fighter land more than a first punch.
Neither fighter wants to let the other fighter throw more than one punch.
Same difference.
So it's one punch, grab and hold. Look at Mosley respond to Forrest's feint with the right hand. That's why Ronnie Shields is telling Forrest he's scared to death of your right hand.
He respects that right hand.
Big jab by Forrest.
Time!
No, this is it. Okay? I know you're not. You work too hard. Come on, be relaxed, and I want you to be relaxed, okay?
I know you
This
want
is the 8th round coming up. We got 4 more rounds after this, no? Okay?
You dominated with the jab. Back him up with them jabs. Keep showing him stiff jab, and then go to the light jab. Stiff jab, light jab. Come on, baby. Give me a deep breath. Let us slow.
It's too many times it's going over his head.
Try to
Okay?
give it time so I can
Keep
find
it
that
at
range.
his shoulder. All right? And relax.
Shane, he's just trying to counter, get us 2-3 punches, outpoint you. You got to outpoint him. You can't let him win this fight. You got to outpoint him. You got to take it. You got to win from here on out, boxing him.
Let's go, Jack.
CompuBox numbers in round 7. Forrest 8 out of 37. Mosley 5 out of 20. Shane Mosley continues to throw punches at the rate of 20 per round. Desultory. Mosley is starting to land his jab, and he is Forrest is starting to land his jab, and he's making impact on Mosley when he does it.
It's because Mosley is standing in front of him, feinting and not doing anything with his feet. If you're going to feint, you got to move out of the way or throw a punch. You don't feint and just stay there.
Now Mosley lands the jab, but again, one punch at a time. Big left hook for Mosley.
Whenever Vernon Forrest turns into the aggressor, Sugar Shane takes over. But if he stands his ground, Sugar Shane runs into trouble.
So the low punch count is because neither man really benefits from being the aggressor.
Shane Mosley feints. It's like trying to break into a steel vault. He's feinting and everything, but nothing opens up for him that he can see that he can't run into the right hand. That's why there's not a lot of shots. Now he's crossed his legs backwards. That's when Shane should have moved on him.
Stop.
Once you cross those legs, the opponent's supposed to drop on you. There it is again.
Mosley lands a left hook. Forrest wraps him up.
All right? Okay, stay back. Break! Step back.
Crowd is being very polite.
You keep putting these rounds in the bank like that, okay? Now look, V, give me a deep breath, let it out slow. Look, stay behind your jab. I don't care whatever, you stay behind that jab. This guy is so scared. You understand me? Look, you got this guy so frustrated. All he can do now is try to steal around at the end, okay? Keep backing him up with that jab. Keep snapping that jab out. Feint, jab.
And you got to relax when you throw the punch. Don't tighten up. Relax when you throw them. You're out there, you're getting better. You're recouping. Remember, you got the recouping powers. Okay, you're recovering. So throw the punches, relax so you can recover. Okay, but keep his left hand up. Continue to keep it up. He's getting tired.
Right uppercut.
Okay?
All right.
Come on, baby. You win the fight easy, okay? You win in this fight good.
Stay behind that jab. And after you finish, come back with that jab.
Here you go. Take this out.
Okay, I got it.
Side on back, Vernon.
We thought we had two fighters who were going to dare to be great tonight. So far, they've dared to be good.
Well, they're two counter punches. You match two counter punches together, and this is what you're going to get every day. Feint. I'm going to get you, and I got to duck first.
This fight needs a good headbutt. If that's what made the first fight more interesting, let's have another one.
Mosley mentioned that the first time.
Let go of him. Step back. Don't wait on the back of his head. No. Step back. Don't do that. All right? Box.
What has happened, the referees allowed Vernon Forrest to do so much holding that it's frustrated the other guy. Mosley, that's why he's doing the other stuff.
If you want to know why Vernon Forrest never made a big impression before he beat Mosley, this is why. He's been very effective. He's won all of his fights, but he's fought a lot of fights exactly like this.
That may well be true, Larry, but he might be headed toward his second victory over Sugar Shane Mosley.
You're exactly right. But I'm just trying to communicate why a fighter who came out of left field was able to do to Mosley what he did in the first fight, and why the public had never responded to him or heard of him. And it was because he's fought a lot of fights like this.
You got to understand, he has the title. And it's up to Mosley to take it from him.
I guess that kind of eliminates the comparisons to Thomas Hearns, huh, Larry?
Right. Step back.
Forrest does indeed have the title. Can't argue his status as welterweight champion of the world after what he did to Mosley in January.
Step back. Right.
In the sport that Shane Mosley will beat spectacularly and in crowd-pleasing style. Just doesn't appear off of the 20 rounds they fought so far that Vernon Forrest is one of them.
A good right hand by Mosley.
Now Shane tries to follow up. Fight for Mosley.
How we feeling now?
You boxed this guy,
You understand?
man.
Listen to me.
All right?
Listen to me.
Listen to Ronnie.
Give me that deep bell. Give me a deep bell. Give me another one. Okay, now listen. Relax yourself, okay? Look, you're way ahead in this fight. You understand? But look, don't you let give this guy advantage. You understand me? Your jab has carried you all this way, and you continue to use this jab. You understand? Behind your face. Sometimes you throw the right hand behind your face, but you stay busy with that jab. All he's doing is trying to win points now. He knows.
What?
Hit 4 points ahead across the board.
Across the board.
You gotta win everything.
You need all 3 rounds. Just outbox him.
Yep. Go to that body like you did just then. He can't take it.
You're trying to kill him. You ain't got to kill him.
You go, yeah, just box him and go to that body.
Good right hand right here. Jarred Forrest momentarily, but he recovered and clinched. And it seems to be in as good shape as one can be after a brawl or tussle like this. Another good right hand by Mosley.
Harold how do you have it coming to the 10th?
Okay, Jim. 87, 84, 6 rounds to 3. Vernon Forrest. Jim, I thought Shane Mosley may have landed enough good shots in round 9 to pull it out. But I got to tell you, from rounds 5 to round 8, it was all Vernon Forrest with that left jab. Movement, jabbing, and keeping Mosley away.
Now Mosley begins to step up and fight more aggressively. Now Mosley seems to be saying to himself, all right, somebody's got a lead, I'm going to do it. And he's making it work as he hammers Forrest with a right hand shot to the body.
I have Mosley ahead 4 rounds to 3, 2 even.
This is a close fight.
And a hard fight to score.
Watch your head.
When neither guy is doing much, that's when it's hardest to score.
It's like trying to crack a vault. You just can't make Vernon Forrest open up for shots.
Let go, break.
Big left hand to the body by Mosley.
And a good right hand return by Forrest, maybe his best shot of the fight.
Best shot of the fight, no doubt.
Now Mosley backing up to get away from the right.
Stop.
Now he's standing in the way for those right hands.
Left hook got in.
That's what you want from Vernon Forrest. A lot of left hooks. If you're Mosley.
Pull back. Step back. Watch it. Step back.
The referee's done a good job of not penalizing anyone. He's letting this fight continue, make a fight happen.
The punching activity that defined the early part of the round for Mosley goes away now. Forrest just slinging with the right hand, not really firing that sharp straight right hand that he had in New York, but Forrest goes to the body. Second warning from Cole.
More intensity than art.
You let me take the rounds from you. I don't know if he took that round or not. You wait too long. You wait for the bell to ring. It's too late to jump on him. You got to jump on him before the bell ring. You got to listen to me, Shane. Listen, number 10, 11, and 12. Right? 10 coming up. 11. Oh, man. I don't know if these people got him in here or not. Last I heard, it was 4 points ahead.
Oh, no. Uppercut first. Then bring your right hand up. Jab. The uppercut with the left hand and the right hand, and then the hook. That's 4 punches, right? Okay, come on, baby.
Start stepping around. Don't move so much.
You got 2 rounds left.
Right, you pivot.
Dale, us, we work to make sure we can recover, to take care of this business. They can't recover.
Oh, you got 2 rounds.
But
You got 2 rounds.
Okay.
Left hand trade, but Forrest
Go, Ronnie.
seemed to come on in that round.
Back there, Vernon. Side back.
Box numbers on power punches through round 10. Forrest 65 out of 153. Mosley 47 out of 103. Forrest has also thrown more jabs. Right hand shot by Mosley. Forrest grabs him and holds again. Vernon Forrest hurt Shane Mosley badly with an uppercut in round 2 of the first fight. Hasn't made an uppercut work here. But Ronnie Shields told Vernon between rounds that he thinks he can land the right hand uppercut in this round.
The more aggressive the Shane Mosley get, more he runs into those big shots.
You know, sometimes in a rematch, skilled fighters know each other so well and know how to neutralize each other so well that you get what we are getting tonight.
mentioned before the fight the controversy over the WBC's influence over the selection of judges here. And the underlying fear is that the WBC has attempted to stack the deck in favor of their champion, Vernon Forrest.
Well, I don't have that fear. I'm not sure who they favor if they do anybody in this case, because Mosley was such an outstanding champion. I don't think that was the big issue. It was just them muscling the local commission around. We'll see in the scoring how it comes out, but I don't know that they have a stake in which of these fighters is their champion.
That right hand that Mosley throw is just inches away from Forrest's chin. That height has a lot to do with things, though. Height and reach.
No punching. Sit back. Put open. Come on, let go.
Vernon Forrest is doing all the things that Shane Mosley should be doing. Combinations when they get close.
Holding when Shane lands something.
Break. Don't hit in the back of the head. Break.
Mosley trying to hunt and peck to the body. Forrest cracks him with a left hook as Shane leans in. Left hand landed for Mosley. Forrest comes back with the right.
Whenever he hits him, he pays him back, Mosley does. Vernon Forrest is going to land the last punch.
Landed a big right hand over the top there. Mosley throws a right hand of his own. I'm not sure why Cole pulled him apart. What was that all about?
Sounded like the bell
and you're
ring.
still going to be the champion of the world. But you got to listen to me this round. You understand?
Cole pulled him apart before the bell rang.
I want
It
you to
sounded like a bell ring. If you heard a bell ring, I'm sure he thought it was so.
Working. I want that jab
To the body. You keep trying to tee off on the head. Now, you're probably going to have to break him down to the body for sure. Okay?
Hey, girl. Turn him under. Turn him under. Both hands, okay? And then go hook and right hand. Throw the right hand straight. Your overhead lighting too much.
Stay on top of him the whole round. You got to fight like hell. You got to fight, man. You got to show him that you want it.
Here's the end of the round. A good right hand that seemed to stun Forrest, but he came right back.
See, he thinks the round is over.
It was a whistle that he heard. He heard a whistle and interpreted it as a bell.
And he tried to break up a clinch before it became a clinch. They've been clinching so much tonight.
Once again in round 11, Shane Mosley only threw 23 punches by CompuBox count. Vernon Forrest throwing 42. There's a big right hand by Mosley to start the 12th. Harold, how do you have it?
Okay, Chip. You know, it's interesting. Shane Mosley must have known he was behind in rounds 10 and 11. Interestingly enough, I thought Vernon Forrest just landed too many good shots, hooks like that, good left jabs, and an occasional right hand. Based on aggressiveness and clean punching, Vernon Forrest 107, 102, 8 rounds to 3.
And Shane Mosley's dad agrees with you, Harold. He told his son he needs a knockout.
But that's what you're supposed to tell your fighter. If the fighter's going the distance, you're behind. You're behind. Make him catch up even if he's ahead.
I have Forrest ahead 5 rounds to 4.
Neither fighter has ever scored a 12th round knockout in his career. Right hand landed for Mosley. Forrest blunts the action again.
Let go of him. Let go of him.
If Shane Mosley was expected to produce a flurry of activity to try to finish the fight, he hasn't done it yet.
And another right hand. finish up.
Forrest doesn't let you finish up.
Shane Mosley's best punch, his left hook, has been neutralized in both fights. Through 24 rounds now, Forrest has never once tasted the viciousness and the power of Mosley's big left hook. Shane Mosley took a huge risk here tonight, demanding to go right back in against a man whose style seemed to dominate him 6 months ago.
Yeah, but that's what you wanted to be champion. You got to go for it.
They go the distance again. And this time the judges have a much tougher job.
I scored the fight a draw.
Destiny's Children,
An ugly draw.
you saw in that shot, they of course hope their man Vernon Forrest has won. You scored the fight a draw. That means you gave the last round to Mosley.
Yes, I did.
Crowd seems disconcerted to have seen such a technically inartistic fight between two such celebrated fighters.
You got to be in shape to be a referee to do a fight like that. He did some pushing and pulling out of the way. You got to be a weightlifter.
George Foreman finds that his most elaborate compliments go to the referee.
Did a fine job and didn't take points, didn't penalize. He did a good job. That's not an easy task in these fights.
No, that isn't. 56% of those of you watching the fight believe that Forrest is the winner. This after 67% of you said before the fight that you thought Mosley would reverse the New York result.
Good job. And the news. Great job. And the news. And the news. And the news. And the news.
So Harold Letterman scored at 107, 103, or 116, 113, 116, 113, favor of Vernon Forrest. 115, 112. I'll get it right.
And the news.
A 3-point win for Forrest on Harold's scorecard. 4-point win. All right, let's go to Michael Buffer and see how the three judges at ringside scored it.
Ladies and gentlemen, here at Conseco Fieldhouse, Indianapolis, Indiana, we go to the scorecards. Jerry Roth scores the bout 115 to 113. Gary Merritt has it 116 to 112. And Tony Castellano scores it 117 to 111. All for the winner by unanimous decision. And still the undefeated welterweight champion of the world, Vernon Forrest.
Vernon Forrest left the ring and went to the section in the arena where the Destiny's Children are seated. Once again, if you did not see our pre-fight feature, Vernon Forrest funds and supports a home in Atlanta, which is a facility for adults with developmental disabilities. It helps them toward an independent life, a very meaningful pursuit in his life. And that's where he went to celebrate his victory, George.
Isn't that the only place to go?
That is the most beautiful side of Vernon Forrest's character. Final CompuBox numbers on Vernon Forrest's second consecutive victory over Shane Mosley. Relatively low CompuBox output. Forrest throwing more punches, landing slightly more. Mosley landing at a much higher connect rate, but throwing an average of only 21.5 punches per round. Power punches, and of course all of this influenced by Shane Mosley's extreme desire to stay away from Vernon Forrest's right hand, which bedeviled him in the first fight. Forrest winds up landing 25 more power punches, throwing 72 more, and landing at almost as high a rate. There numerically is the difference that the judges saw in the fight. Let's go to Larry Merchant in the ring.
Thank you very much, Jim. Congratulations, Vernon. Why was this such a different fight than the first one?
First, give me the opportunity to get my thank yous out. First, I'd like to thank God for giving me this victory. I'd like to thank my manager, Al Heyman, Team Forrest, my publicist, Kelly Swanson, Tiger Holmes, my outfitter, Ironhead Boxing, the best boxer.
That's a cut.
Come on now. Come on, give me my minute.
No, this is not a minute.
One more.
Vernon, let's talk about the fight.
Hey, man, it was a good fight.
This was a fight. The people saw a fight. Okay. They don't care who put clothes on your back. Okay? All right.
Alan Vigil for
why was it a different fight than the first fight?
Hey, he came out with a different strategy, which was a little bit confusing, but I was able to get some shots in, and we just carried the fight.
Well, but describe to us exactly why you said you didn't think he could change anything up.
Well, he did.
And what he did and what you had to do to counter it.
He had a great strategy. And I just had to try to pressure as much as possible. The guy's a great boxer. I take none away from him. He's a great fighter, two-time world champion. But, when you fight a guy of that caliber, you have to take your time and work your strategy. You can't just go out there and fight with reckless abandon because you're going to get caught. He caught me with a couple times when I tried to do that. So I just stayed to my game plan and I just worked my jab and I carried and worked the fight.
Are you saying that you were stunned a couple of times in the fight by clean punches?
No, I wasn't stunned, but I know that he's a sharp puncher. And when you fight I'm a sharp puncher. And I know that if he make a mistake, I'm going to capitalize, and vice versa. If I make a mistake, he's going to capitalize.
Did you feel that his principal tactic was simply to stay away from your right hand, and how did that influence the result?
He went away from the right hand, and he went in and out and circled away from the right hand, which is a great strategy. It worked for a little while, but I was able to readjust, and I was able to capitalize on some shots.
All right. Tell us, where do you go from here?
Home, rest. I need some sleep, man. I want to sleep in my own bed.
Are you going to stay a welterweight?
I don't know. I don't know. I need to get some rest. This is a long camp. I was in camp 3 months. So I just want to go home and get some rest.
Thank you very much, Vernon.
Hey, good fight, Shane.
Good fight, man.
All right, Shane Mosley.
Good fight.
Shane, you took what many people thought was an unnecessary risk by coming back so soon into this fight. You describe your feelings about why you had to do it, and now that you've done it, was it the right or wrong decision?
I think it was the right decision because the first time, I was caught a little bit off guard. There was a lot of different things going on in the other fight that, I felt that made me not perform to my potential this fight. I feel it was a close fight, and Vernon got the decision, and I congratulate him, on his time.
All right, everybody says he has your number. What is that?
I don't know. I don't know if it's that he has my number. I just, he fought a good fight, good strategy. He moved. He clinched a little bit, moved to clinch. He fought a smart fight, and the judge is sitting his way, and he's a champion.
What did you come in? You roared out of your corner. Were you trying to send him a message? Were you trying to hurt him? Did you want to fight that kind of fight all night long? Give us an idea of your plan.
Well, my plan was to move a little bit, do a little bit of boxing, and eventually catch him with a good hard shot, somewhere in the fight. And I didn't get a chance to catch him with that shot I wanted to catch him with. He was able to maneuver, clinch, move, and the judge is sitting his way. He won the fight.
What now for Shane Mosley?
Well, I go back to the drawing board. I work out some more, and see if there's any. Go up to 54.
You said you were going to move up to junior middleweight. Yeah. Is that the plan now? Because he's proven already in 2 fights that he's the best welterweight in the world. Are you going to go now and try to take on the junior middleweights?
Yeah, I would like to go up to junior middleweight and fight. It was kind of hard to make the 47-pound. I was working real hard to make it. But, I'll go to 54 and see what's up there.
How big of a come down is it for you in such a short time to come from the top of the heap where everybody's comparing you to the best fighters ever, and suddenly you've lost 2 fights in a row?
Well, things like that happen. Something you have your time, your day in the sunshine, and Evander Holyfield lost, and Sugar Ray Leonard lost. A lot of people lost, and they come back and do great things. And I just, he beat me twice, and I can't complain.
Thank you very much, Shane Mosley.
Thank you, Larry.
Jim?
All right, thank you very much.